All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. It's the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Ariaga.
And today, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We got AEW Forbidden Door, the brand new AEW game Fight Forever that's out that we got a chance to play, and of course, we just got off watching Money in the Bank from London, and I love Saturday afternoon wrestling pay-per-views. I think all pay-per-views should start at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What do you think?
No, definitely, yeah. Plus, because I was worried that we'd have to choose between this and Collision. But Collision's going to be tonight at 8, so we got a chance to watch this, and we're going to watch Collision right after.
Yep. We'll talk about Money in the Bank a little bit later, but let's talk about Forbidden Door. What'd you see? What stood out to you? Something playing? Oh, whatever.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's like an anime intro.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door? Here's the thing. I tried watching the show. I tried to stream it, and I was only able to catch 3 matches. Punk and Kojima, MJF and Tanahashi, Danielson and Okada. Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with MJF and Tanahashi. AEW World Title, what'd you think?
That was pretty good. It was kind of cool to see MJF, the youngest star, the biggest, top star in AEW versus, a legend like Tanahashi. I love MJF came out in a robe that said, New Japan is an indie. That was incredible. Obviously, yes. In a perfect world, I would have loved to see this match with a Tanahashi from maybe 5 years ago, because a few years ago when he was at when he was at the top of his game. You can't help but wonder when you see matches like this, but it's just cool to be able to see the world champion. This is the world title match of the card that I was actually looking forward to. Seeing because I wanted to see I wanted to be excited about Sonata and Jungle Boy, but I just
I was not excited about that. I didn't want to see that. We don't need to talk about that because who cares? But for this, go ahead.
There were some things. There were some things where Tana, some little slips here and there. But for the most part, this was very, very, very enjoyable match.
I did like the dynamic of this match because MJF is the biggest heel, one of the biggest heels in wrestling, if not the biggest heel in wrestling.
Probably, yeah.
Then you have one of the best baby faces of the last 20 years in Tanahashi. I thought they worked very well together, and I was going into this match okay, we all know that Tanahashi is not in his athletic prime, but you have a guy that's why him wrestling MJF was the perfect opponent for him, because MJF is all story, all character. It's not about, the moves you're doing, it's about, getting drama across, getting some heat, and stuff like that. He just wanted to win. He's not trying to impress you, which is great, which is what I loved about it.
These guys did 1/4 of the moves that were done tonight, and it was, to me, one of the more memorable matches.
Yeah, it was very entertaining, too, and it was great character work, and I love how MJF was, just trying to get the easy count out, and Tanahashi, I think he goes after him. He was not playing. It was very good. It was great. I'm a little annoyed that this opened the show because MJF is the world champion. Well, look what was on the show.
Yeah.
Okada. And Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No. I have no issues with that going.
This was a super show. It was not if it was just a Dynamite or whatever. Well, even so, with the guys on the show, it's almost like Hogan and Rock.
Yeah.
From WrestleMania 18, it's that match was bigger than the title. Some matches are just bigger than the title. That's kind of a good problem.
I would have liked it better if MJF and Tanahashi went a little later. I think what should open the card was Punk and Kojima. I think that should have probably opened the card.
I would argue that. Yeah, that's fair. What'd you think of that?
Oh, I love that match. Kojima? I love. God, people were so worried about how Punk was, he's going to be so rusty. Dude, he fit into, he was so natural in this match. And Kojima's great, but, Punk was, obviously people were booing him because they're in Kenny Omega Town, but Punk really, leaned into it. You could tell it didn't really, affect his stride at all.
Nope. It's Punk, he got booed, but whatever. I mean,
it's like the John Cena thing, right?
No, I wouldn't say that yet. Because let's say let's say tonight on Collision, I'm recording this on Saturday, he gets booed and cheered, and if he shows up on Wednesday, New City, booed and cheered, then it's okay. You know, we have to recognize a pattern. You know, there's not really a steady pattern of Punk's reaction. Mostly it's overwhelming, and there were still loud CM Punk chants, but he was getting booed too. Yeah, I guess in Canada they love the Elite because AEW did well in Canada from their earlier shows with the Elite on it and stuff like that. So, and yeah, I mean, it's almost like Punk on Long Island. He's gonna get booed. That's what's gonna happen. So he just leaned into it.
It wasn't like, you know, like tonight we saw like John Cena do a segment with Grayson Waller. Well, today we saw John Cena do a segment with Grayson Waller. And he was like, that was like go away heat. This kind of like the heat that Punk was getting, like he was like, people were reacting to everything he was doing. They were paying attention to everything he was doing.
There was a large majority. Mostly he got booed. I felt like, but his fans were there. You heard them.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not really anything until that happens more often in different cities. You know, like the Elite in Chicago. I mean, we saw that last fall, but then the next couple of cities, the whole Elite was getting cheered. You know, there was Cowboy. What?
They were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After that, yeah. I mean, outside of Chicago.
Oh,
but we'll see what happens this year at All Out. Let's see what happens.
I mean, they're gonna get cheered it all out. Like
maybe we don't know. I don't know.
Oh wait, they're in Chicago.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. All in. Oh yeah, all bets are off.
Of course, yeah.
But like for All Out in Chicago, we don't know. That remains to be seen. But yeah, this Punk and Kojima match was really good. It was like a classic New Japan Pro Wrestling match. It was very old school. It was a lot of hold for hold, a lot of chop suplex, chop punch.
No, these two work together super naturally.
Yeah, exactly. I loved it. It was part of the Owen Hart tournament, and Kevin Kelly, he said that Kojima trained in the Hart Dungeon.
Oh.
And yeah. So there's some connection because this is the Owen Hart tournament. So yeah.
Isn't it great when like commentators add to the match?
I thought it was great. So it added more significance to why the match is taking place and why Punk is wrestling Kojima. It's not just a random guy from New Japan here wrestling Punk. No, there's a reason for it, which is great. I like that. Yeah. You saw any of Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay?
I saw some like clips of it and stuff. Some things I didn't really like. I didn't not like only for the sake of this wrestlers. I've seen a lot of Kenta Kobashi and Misawa matches. Them slamming each other on their heads, but like this shit was just like I don't know. I didn't like the Tiger Driver. I did not. I don't know because he's just ugh. Okay, I understand like shit like that happens by accident. Sometimes you don't fall on your head, but this looked. I was like, God. Like, what if he didn't get up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. But both of these guys, the difference between Misawa died in the ring, but the thing is, Misawa was wrestling way past his prime, and he was so beat up. He shouldn't have been wrestling years before that fatal match in 2009 took place. Like, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay are both in their athletic, physical primes.
But Kenny Omega, he had like double shoulders, shoulder.
Right, exactly. But I thought the match was a lot more brutal than the Wrestle Kingdom match. But I still thought it was excellent. It was very dramatic, and it felt very heavy, and there was like an importance to it, even though it was for the IWGP US title match. But overall, I thought it was excellent. I thought these two were great. I think they bring the best out of each other, honestly. And it was really good. I say the same. Like, I don't know if I like it more. Like right now, I'm more favorable towards the Wrestle Kingdom match.
The Wrestle Kingdom match was awesome.
Yeah, I gotta watch that again.
Because I feel like you saw the whole Forbidden Door match, but me watching the Wrestle Kingdom match, like Kenny Omega, I feel like was more in control. And I love Kenny Omega. I love Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Ospreay because Ospreay, like everything they did, like from what I saw, a lot of what they did looked great. But it's just like Ospreay, he'll do like they'll slam each other on their head. Like Kenny will slam Ospreay on his head, and Ospreay gets right back up, slams him on his head, and then he gets right back up. And I hate no selling. Like I understand like people like that, the whole 3 moves and then we sell for a little bit and then we do it. I don't know.
That's kind of that's like New Japan and All Japan. style. Like that.
Yeah,
That's that.
but I've seen that done on other people. Like I don't know. I usually like it a lot better. I don't know.
Like Kenzo Kobashi and Masao did a lot, and Kawada and Masao did it a lot too. They would chop, elbow, suplex, no sell, and then do the same thing, and then sell.
But the thing is, the thing is, selling was a big chunk of those matches with Kenta Kobashi.
Right, exactly. I'm not comparing those guys at all.
No, it's not fair.
Comparing it. No, not
because
at all.
I feel like a guy like Will Ospreay. Well, he probably doesn't need advice, I guess. Like I feel like a guy like him I would like him better if he sold more. That's like I don't want to be too negative, but I know everyone.
But if you're gonna watch Will Ospreay matches, the Kenny Omega match.
Any match with like Kenny Omega or like the match he had with Walter.
Yeah.
Like who people know as Gunther.
It was good.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, but yeah, no. Kenny, I thought Ospreay's best match was with Omega at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, this is good stuff though. The main event.
Jesus,
Bryan Danielson and Okada. This was outstanding. Go out of your way to watch this match. Honestly, it was. There was no title on the line, but it felt like a huge deal.
It was like.
It was like Michael Jackson looking Prince in the face at Madison Square Garden.
Even though it was a one-time thing tonight, or at least that night with Danielson and Okada, Danielson came out to the final countdown, and man, because I've been loving Danielson's run in AEW, but the one thing I block out, other than some other things, the one thing I block out is his freaking horrible entrance music. This tonight, my God, I'm glad he came out to. It's not even just for the nostalgia thing, because it was his Ring of Honor theme. It sounded like a theme that was built for a main event wrestler.
Yeah, that's it. I think to me it's very little piece of nostalgia. But Bryan Danielson is a much better. To me, I would argue he's a much better person. He's a better, well-rounded wrestler. Like what MJF says a lot. He's a much better character. He's a much better talker. He works smarter, not harder. And I think his genius in the ring has been elevated. They call Walter Gunther the general. What do they call him? The ring general.
Yeah, general. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Bryan Danielson in AEW. That's him.
No, you see, the thing is, unlike. Well, it's not even fair to compare Ospreay to Danielson to me, but Danielson. It's more compelling to watch him sell his arm, even though he actually did break his arm. It's more compelling to watch him sell one body part than it is to watch other people do 10 moves.
And that's why Okada was his perfect opponent, because Okada is another scientist in the ring, and he's so young. He's younger than Danielson, but he got so good, so young, so fast, like MJF, in a sense that he just it's just a lot of drama, and he's picking apart certain body parts, and he's making. They made everything matter. Everything meant something. I couldn't take my eyes off of this match.
No.
I'm like, this is insane. And they didn't do a lot.
No, they didn't. That's the thing. They didn't. That's the thing. They didn't do every move in the book. They just everything, all the moves that were done, forget the moves. The things that were done in this match mattered.
You see, the thing is, the move. Yeah, like you said, the moves really matter. Case in point, when Bryan Danielson was on the other side of the guardrail, and then Okada jumped over the guardrail.
Did his dive, yeah.
Oh my God. No, yeah.
It
sounds like a simple thing the way you're describing it, but the way it was executed was just incredible amount of athleticism. It's not like it looked choreographed or because wrestling's supposed to look a little bit rough, just a little bit, but this match,
supposed to look like a fight.
It was just so. He shows off athleticism, but it looked like I'm gonna fuck you up. That's what it looked like.
No, and that's
what
the
it came
thing.
across as. It was great.
That's the thing. He kind of reminded me of he kind of reminds me of Finn Balor, where Finn Balor would he would make an outside his outside drop kick matter. He'll run. You see the shot of him running to the guy. He doesn't just do it out of nowhere and then doesn't matter. It's a build up and then bam. No, yeah, and also he reminded me about, Danielson reminded me of Finn Balor in the sense that he finished the match with a freaking broken arm.
Yeah. In
a really cool way.
Yeah, Okada did an elbow drop and he didn't protect himself and he fucked himself up. But Okada's dropkick is the best in all of wrestling. There's no contest.
Probably. Yeah. Nah.
And the thing is, like, okay, Bryan Danielson, he's been on TV for well over 10 years, well over a decade. He showed up in WWE in like 2009. He's been on TV, and he's a recognized star. He became a superstar in WWE. Okada, there's very little American TV presence outside of the Access TV stuff. But Okada came across as a guy who's been on TV every week, for years. Like, he came across as like a CM Punk, as like a Bryan Danielson. The crowd loved him, and they're not in front of like 1,000 people. This was like well over 14,000, 12, 13,000, 14,000 people. I don't know the exact number, but a lot of people were there, and they all loved Okada. And it's like, wow, these guys aren't on TV. Well, Okada's not on American TV, but they love him. It just shows you how big of a star, how much of an impact Okada has had with his matches with Kenny Omega, his matches with Tanahashi,
Naito.
Yeah, all those, they left a huge impact in the larger international wrestling audience. So when you see MJF saying, well, you're an indie, well, I know it's heat, but I hope people don't take that seriously and understand that New Japan Pro Wrestling is the biggest wrestling promotion outside of WWE.
Oh, wrestling fans never get the wrong idea about anything.
Yeah, from an international point of view. Like, they went to England, sold out. They went to the United States, huge. They have a dojo in LA. Their biggest show, Wrestle Kingdom, every January, takes place at the biggest sports arena in Japan, the Tokyo Dome, which holds about 60,000 people, and it's been sold out with Okada headlining for a while, for years. So just thought I'd put it out there. But this match was absolutely out of this world. Go out of your way to watch it.
Not bad for a guy who, outsells a bingo hall, huh?
Yeah, that was funny. But any other thoughts on this outstanding
this show?
match?
The matches I saw were, I also saw a little bit of Sonata and Jungle Boy, and that is an example of something that no one should do in a match. I love Sonata, but like I said, it felt like, okay, these guys were just literally no-selling each other's stuff because he had a beef on Twitter.
No.
I mean, I thought Sonata's tweets about Jungle Boy were hysterical.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, like, it's just like, all right, cool.
Didn't watch it, didn't care. Yeah, I don't care. But Okada, Bryan Danielson, watch that.
Definitely.
Excuse me.
I hope Bryan Danielson recovers as soon as, healthfully possible.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll probably miss All In, but hopefully he'll be good in time for All Out, like a week later.
Yeah.
So we got a chance to play the AEW game Fight Forever, which we've been waiting for 3 years, and we actually talked about it when they announced the video game in 2020. So, what'd you think?
Oh, well, I was enjoying the AEW game more than I've enjoyed a lot of the TV for the past few weeks.
Oh.
I was, talking shit about it only because, the game looked like Fortnite to me, and I hate that fucking Fortnite. The shiny, they look like action figures but not cool kind of stuff. I don't know, I was being picky about that, but playing the game actually was really fun. You get 5 finishers. The amount of customization that they give you is astounding. They're very they really let you create whatever. They give you a lot of. People have already our friend was telling us people have already uploaded a bunch of created wrestler templates from an old website that apparently hasn't been used in years.
Yeah.
So people are really waiting for this game. I'm actually glad it's out. There was a time where I did not think it was coming out.
Yeah.
I thought this game was a Ponzi scheme at one point.
Yeah. That's why I was skeptical of pre-ordering it when they first put the pre-orders. That was a year ago.
Well, you shouldn't pre-order games, period. No one should.
No. But I thought the core gameplay was amazing because has a more arcade feel than the more simulator WWE 2K games. Even though I like the WWE 2K games, but I felt like there's a little bit of a... Yeah, it feels too... Not, I guess, realistic, but kind of slower pace and just not as fun, for lack of a better term. Even though it's good, they're good. The games are good. Like, they've been better than they have been in a long time.
2K23 has been better than it was in a while. But this game had a lot of funny bugs.
But it's so easy to pick up and play and master. Yeah. And the one thing I don't like about the last two 2K games is like the combo system. It kind of reminds me of like WCW Thunder for PlayStation, and they had combos, and it was just kind of, I don't know, it takes away like I love the high octane, the high action of like a wrestling game, and not just like, okay, how do I do a Hurricane Rana? Square X, square left, right. It's like, it feels like Tekken.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Well, some people talk about wrestling like it is Tekken, like move sets and all that crap.
Yeah, but I don't think combo systems should be in wrestling.
No.
But I did love how easy it is, how fun it is to just pick up and play, and I love like little things, like you can change the audience type. You can have an American audience, like you have a Japanese, an East Asian,
East Asia, West Asia.
Yeah, you have a European audience.
Cool.
It was so cool. There's not a lot of arenas to play in just yet, but the arenas look good. The entrances aren't like as elaborate as everything, but it's fine. But I don't really care about that.
Well, they do this thing where like they make the entrances quick, but during the entrances you can like activate pyro. Like they give you on the D-pad, you can activate. Okay, down is pyro, up would be sting snow.
Yeah.
On the sides would be flames. You can, like watching AEW. A lot of you can essentially, the entrances are very quick, but it's also like a stage crew simulator. You're like a stage manager simulator for any theater kids. You can decide what affects the play.
The control button, your controller is like a light board.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You can change the camera angle too.
So in a way, I kind of wish that like they let you have the whole entrance. So like, imagine you can wait for them to get to the ring to activate the ring pyro or whatever. But I'm kind of glad they have short entrances. On the other hand, to get you right to the gameplay.
Thank you. Exactly.
Like right to the gameplay.
Didn't get a chance to play Road to Elite, but I'm excited because it's not like the WWE Showcase mode where it's just not really a story. You play the match in excruciating detail, but if you're a fan, it's simulator. If you want to experience that, WWE is perfect for you. But I don't. I want to play a match my own way, and sometimes you may lose. It's like in the old like SmackDown versus Raw games, or even the SmackDown games. If you lost a match in the season mode, the story kind of, it's almost RPG like. It still continues on. Yeah, like the story takes on different paths, and from what I've been seeing and reading, it's the same deal here. So it kind of gets you to, there's a replayability factor there, which I'm huge on. You can play it again and win matches you may have lost, or lose matches you've won before to see where it goes, which I think is really cool.
Nah, I love that actually. You might even be able to become a member of the Elite by the end of the story.
But
all the freedom they give you in this game is X. I hope. I don't know. Maybe this is asking for too much. I hope they give you freedom in what music to pick for your, in terms of uploading your own music, because that hasn't been a feature in a wrestling game since SmackDown, since WWE 2K13 or 14.
Because since then, people stream music more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is but I don't know, that's wishful thinking, but it would be nice.
As far as like the customizations are concerned, they have, some templates there. They're laying foundations for that because they have all these like templates of wrestlers in the game that you can make your own. You can make arenas, which is cool. But they need more. We need community creations.
People have uploaded formula directions and stuff like that, from the old days. But the templates they have in game is not a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. Hopefully they add to it. I'm hoping instead of making another AEW game in a year from now, unless they're going to make one that's astonishingly better than this, keep adding to this one. If they do make a much better one, that's fine, but I would keep adding to this.
I'd say keep updating this one, and then in 5 years, make another one. But yeah, I'm gonna buy it. What about you?
It's always $60.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, here's the thing. I'm still neck deep in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, so that That's taking all my attention. So I don't know if I'll buy it right away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it right now, but it's definitely. I definitely want it. Definitely.
No, yeah, no. I love. It's like what I say. Like I don't even own Smash, but every time I'm with my friends, I play that.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, Money in the Bank. We just watched that from London. What'd you think? Overall thoughts?
I loved everything but the Money. I loved pretty much everything but the Money in the Bank matches. Okay. The Money in the Bank matches I thought were. I hate how WWE does ladder matches out of principle. But, man, certain individuals in these matches were excellent. Like the men's ladder match, LA Knight and Damian Priest and Santos Escobar were all awesome. Because they were actually trying to win the goddamn match. And on the women's...
oh, God.
Well, Bayley and Becky and Io... were the only three who were trying to win the match. Everyone else was trying... Oh, Zelina. You know, okay, I'll give credit to Zelina. Even though she was a part of some things that... Oof, boy. Christ. Most of the time, she was trying to climb the ladder before a stupid, unnecessary spot would happen. But, man, holy... Ricochet and Logan Paul almost killed themselves on live pay-per-view. There's literally no other way you can put that. Maybe a crowd was cheering because they were hoping Logan Paul wouldn't come back. But, oh my God. No, it's just, look, I don't want to watch anyone die in a wrestling match. I don't want to witness that.
I just want some drama.
Yeah.
Like, the story of the ladder match is guys and girls climbing a ladder to obtain something, either a championship belt or now the briefcase for a chance to win a championship belt. However, if you're just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff, it's stupid. It's stupid. It doesn't mean anything. You jumping off like Io Shirai, right? She's a great athlete and she's a great overall
One of the best moonsaults probably.
She's got a ton of charisma, but it really it annoyed me that she climbed up to the top very close to the briefcase. Instead of trying to grab it, you did a moonsault. I can understand if you're outside of the ring and somebody set up a ladder there and people are trying to get into the ring to climb the ladder to grab the briefcase. You do a dive outside onto people to keep them from going into the ring. I get that. That's cool. But here, if you're in the ring and you're climbing the ladder, you should be able to grab the briefcase. If someone's trying to stop you and then you do a high flying move or whatever, fine, to get you off, you sacrifice your own body to get that person off the ladder. That's cool. We've seen that before. But especially in the women's match, there was some stuff that just didn't need to happen.
There were multiple shots where I swear to Christ, some of the people in the match or the people who were producing the match forgot that, oh wait, they have to climb the ladder. Because there were multiple shots where no one was climbing the freaking ladder.
They showed a shot of the ladder with nobody on it.
No one climbed.
And stuff happening on the outside. Not in the beginning of the match, deep into the match. I'm like, this is stupid. I don't care.
There was a spot where I'm pretty sure Trish and... Well, there were multiple spots where Trish, someone else almost freaking broke their necks. Oh my God, there was one where where people thought this was cool, but there's Zelina Vega and Zoe Stark did a freaking code red off the top of one ladder into another ladder, and like Zoe's head looked like it went literally through the ladder, and like thought she was dead. But it wasn't a way like, oh wow, it was just like, why are you doing this?
No, because when you do a bunch of stuff like that, it takes away from the drama of the ladder match, and it makes everything feel flat. So
just have a hardcore match or whatever.
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
The guys did similar things, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as ridiculous. At least I felt like in the men's match, there was more attempts of actually climbing the ladder. Like when I saw like LA Knight and Damian Priest grab the briefcase, I'm thinking, oh my God, they're gonna win. Oh my God, he's gonna win.
They're trying to grab the damn briefcase.
Yes, I thought that was great. I wish there was more of that.
You see, both of these matches were, to me, horrible ladder matches, but with excellent finishes. Like, the women's ladder match was freaking excellent. Like, Becky and Bayley. I love Bayley. Bayley gets it. Bayley and Becky, they understand, okay, to win this ladder match, I'm not going to go dive through 50 tables. I'm going to climb the freaking ladder and take the thing. Like, Becky and Bayley were trying to climb the ladder, and they both were fighting through the ladder, and like, Io came in between the ladder and handcuffed Becky and Bayley's hands to each other. And what Io did, I love this. Io literally climbed over Bayley, who's selling beautifully, and Io won the match.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing in this match that made sense.
What did you think about the winners of the big pieces? The Damian Priest winning the Money in the Bank. What did you think?
I'm happy both of them are going to win. I'm happy both of them won the Money in the Bank. But here's the thing. I always go over this every year for this fucking pay-per-view. You know, okay, like, in an ideal world, since Io's the babyface, or about to become a babyface, Priest is the heel, right? In an ideal world, you would make these two cash in differently. If Priest is the heel, then yeah, he can copy Edge, which everyone freaking copies Edge, even baby faces, and, you know, coming at the end of so much match or whatever the fuck. Io, if she's becoming a babyface, I would like for her to do what RVD did and cash it in for a future pay-per-view. Because one, you build that pay-per-view match, and leading up to that match, the Money in the Bank person doesn't have to wrestle every week. They can, like, or, you know, the champion doesn't have to wrestle every week. They can just build the match. Like, because, think about it, it's a briefcase, right? What goes in a briefcase? Contracts.
Yeah.
You can have a contract signing where they bring the briefcase to the contract signing and be like, yeah, make it official. Make it look like a freaking, you know, like a sport. I don't know. Is that wishful? Is that too much to ask?
I think that they should stop, the Edge running.
Stop copying Edge.
Just stop it. It really, like, it's tired.
My God, that's the thing. Like,
come up with a new idea, please.
Finn and Seth were having an awesome freaking match, and then Damian Priest, at least for me, came out, and I all the air just got sucked out of me. I was like, oh wow, they're actually trying to make this title matter. And then Damian Priest came out, and he was looming around the ring. Oh, he's gonna ruin the match, but he sits outside. It's just like, ugh, God. Like, what if like after Seth won, Damian Priest walks up to him in the briefcase and says, I'm going to cash this in at the next pay-per-view. Or I'm going to cash this in. Like, I don't know, man. I'm sick of seeing the same thing with Money in the Bank. That's why
I'm glad they just teased it. If Damian and Io tease it to fuck with whoever the champion is, to me that's fine. But I just don't want to see the same kind of run-in, cash-in, win the title in 2 seconds. I just don't want to see that anymore. I really don't.
But the thing is, like, I feel like they can't help themselves.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? It works, and everyone...
It's like the Money in the Bank trademark, which I just don't like. The first year, it was fine, and then when CM Punk did it against Jeff, it was fine. You know, he's a heel. Cool. But, like, they gotta stop. Yeah, they gotta just stop. To me, it's stupid. But I hope they don't do it. But I'm willing to see where it goes. But I just hope they don't go the same path. What did you think of the main event, the Bloodline Civil War?
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Holy crap. I mean, well, I also do want to talk about Cody and Dom, which I thought was really good too. But this, like, that main event, Jesus Christ.
Let's talk about that first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this was awesome.
Yeah.
This is just great. Dominic is such a good, coward. He is such a good, conniving, he's such a Randall, like, if you watch recent, such a, a coward. He's so good. Like, and Cody was just getting pissed off, like, get here and fight me, and Dominic was just being hiding behind Rhea. Like, man, I love this match.
It was very classic.
Yeah.
It was, it was really good. It was a good classic, babyface heel match, just like MJF and Tanahashi. I was not looking forward to this match, because I'm thinking, all right, Brock's not going to be at Money in the Bank. Maybe they'll do Cody and Brock 3 at SummerSlam. It's like, Dominic. But ever since WrestleMania, I've definitely changed my position on Dominic as a character. He definitely won me over. And, as much as I don't love the insane amount of video package WWE has at their shows, I thought the video package for Dominic and Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania I thought was great. And they really did a great job of piecing together why Dominic became the way he is, and it sold me on it. And the entrance with the police escort was just amazing. But yes, like you said, like, Dominic was such a great coward here. Cody was a great babyface. Oh my God, the crowd loved him.
You see, them seeing Cody's theme song wasn't annoying. Because you want to know why it wasn't annoying? Because one, Cody was still focused on, like, okay, my goal is to kick Dom's ass. Cody didn't, at least, like, externally, he didn't, like, revel in the fact, oh, you're singing my theme song, sing for me. And he doesn't do that thing where he sings his own shit while he's walking out to the ring.
Yeah,
people in AEW do that. I hate that.
He was a star.
No, he was
so great.
It was awesome.
And it was a good, simple match. It was a lot of character stuff and a lot of storytelling. But it was really good. Cody winning decisively was perfect, and maybe they'll do Brock again, which I'm excited for because I think their series has just been outstanding.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah. So main event time, Bloodline Civil War. What'd you think?
Oh, this was fantastic.
Yep.
This was fantastic. This is everything I love in a tag team match. This is why I love like tag team wrestling. This was, you have the world champion in the main event and you have a great tag match.
Yep.
So this. I've loved the Usos I've always liked the Usos a lot, but man, like when they reinvented themselves, and to me, they're one of the best tag teams right now.
Yeah,
like period.
Absolutely.
Like, I can't really on their level maybe FTR and FTR. I would say the Briscoes because not because like I always say this, but like the Usos' reinvention to what they are now, like the day one shit, that to me is like I see heavy Briscoe influence in that.
Yeah.
The way they both look into the cameras, like their intensity, like everything, not just their promos, their matches. God, I love them.
I think that this was, yes, no title was on the line, but the announcers did a great job of playing up the fact that Roman hasn't lost a match since December 2019.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like The Undertaker's streak, in a sense, like, because at least the last, like, 2000, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, especially the second match, it closed the show. Because, like, what was bigger than The Undertaker's streak? Nothing. No title is, so they did a good job with that. And I thought it was a lot of drama, a lot of, like, pent-up rage against Roman Reigns that the Usos had since 2020.
Roman's been humiliating Jey and Jimmy Uso.
Yeah, and they finally got their comeuppance.
They kind of teased Roman like pinning both of them at the same time, and they both kicked out at the same
I was
time.
like, they got me there. I'm like, oh boy,
no, not again. Come on.
Because Roman doesn't need to win this one, and man, and Solo was kind of conflicted too.
Yeah,
it took a while to tag in Roman. He took a while. And
Solo was really, really good.
Yeah, Solo was excellent.
He was great. He teased the Umaga splash and dove face first right into the table.
And that's when things shifted. And Roman got a little bit too cocky. It's like, I'm just going to spear these two guys. I'm going to take these guys on.
And then they both speared him.
Yep.
They both speared Roman. I was like, I didn't expect that. Holy crap. Oh, that was really...
Yeah, the one spot that was kind of weird is when I think Jimmy jumped, he did the splash at the top, and then Roman tried to catch him in the guillotine, but then, like, he kind of missed a little bit, so, like, Jimmy kind of, like, put himself in Roman's guillotine. But that's it. Everything else in this match was just...
And they freaking filmed, like, this is, like, such a nitpicky thing. This is, like, this is the only nitpick I have of this amazing main event. You know how usually when like they do the fade out spot, like someone's like in a submission and they don't tap out but they fade out, like their hand drops 2 times and then the last time This was perfect what Jimmy was doing. The one problem is the camera looked at his eyes the whole time and his eyes were a little open and I was like, I wish they had filmed it from a point where you didn't see that Jimmy's eyes were a little open.
Yeah,
you just saw his arm.
I understand that.
No, but that's only the one nitpick. I think if I were there live, I wouldn't have noticed that.
And I love that Roman ate a pin.
Yeah, right?
It wasn't like Solo was there to take the fall.
Roman's like, wait, we have lights in the ceiling? I haven't seen these in years.
I thought that the Usos beating this was a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't actually think they'd let someone beat Roman. Well, know.
And then right before the match, you had Sammy and Kevin watching from afar. And they're the tag team champions. And then I watched this match, and you see how the Usos are getting really good reactions the past couple of months and weeks, and I don't know what you think, but I think the Usos need to be the tag team champions again.
I think if anyone beats Sammy and... If anybody beats Sammy and Kevin right now, it's got to be the Usos. This was like excellent. And, like, technically, if you want to be really technical about it, I don't think they care about the rules, but technically, Jay Uso could be the number one contender for the world title. He pinned the world champion.
Well, yeah.
Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble, outlasted 29 other people. He beat Walter to win the Royal Rumble. They didn't let him beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
But here's the thing.
That's why Jay winning is so important.
I honestly think you could do Jay versus Roman at SummerSlam.
Yeah, you could.
You could do that. But I think they should just keep the Usos as a tag team. They should just...
Yeah, oh, no.
I'm not saying, like, even if Jay gets a solo title match...
No, because I feel like if that happens, they might be inclined to break them up.
Yeah, no. Their strength is as a team.
Yeah.
Like, how did they beat Roman Reigns?
Clean.
As a team.
Yeah, no, that's true.
They beat him as a team. Jay didn't do it by himself.
Nope.
So it makes sense for them to go after the tag belts.
No, exactly.
Roman can probably beat Jay on his own now. We all know that. It's happened before. But Roman can't beat the Usos together.
They told him. No, listen, when it comes to tag teams, we're the gods of this. Exactly. They told him. This was perfect. Yeah, this
was perfect.
This is how you treat your tag team.
Yeah, and this is WWE. WWE has been historically shitty to tag teams.
Axe American Alpha, that.
Yeah. And the Usos have been a team for 13 years.
Yeah.
This is just brilliant. Go out of your way. If there's any matches that we've talked about today, there's two everyone needs to watch. You gotta watch Okada and Bryan Danielson, and you gotta watch the Usos versus Roman and Solo Sikoa. You gotta. You gotta.
Yeah, this was excellent.
Alright. That was a lot of chit-chat. Play the AEW Fight Forever game. Watch Okada and Bryan Danielson. Watch the Usos versus Roman and Solo Sikoa. That's all I got.
I want Stone Cold to stream Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
That needs to happen right now. And you can follow the Wrestling Caucus on socials. The links are in the episode descriptions. We're going to get some food and watch Collision. Later days.